Okay, I was missing the comments. So thank you all for interacting via the chat. You know, like this virtual context, it like gets weird. Our only way to interact is through. What up, Owen? He got the whole fam with him. I love to see it. Let's see. So, thank you so much. Excited. This was awesome. No, thank you. Is this workbook virtual? Yes, the workbook is virtual.
Yes.
It's digital. It's meant to. We didn't give much on the story, but the workbook was conceived in the virtual context. And we were trying to figure out, how do we interact? How do we instruct virtually without being able to be in a classroom? Because we are used to being in a studio with kids, and we weren't able to do that. So we figured out a way for it to be like a smart document, smart workbook with a number of visual elements. And then Soundtrap, you can interact in real time with collaborators in real time using Soundtrap. So it is virtual.
Yeah, it literally integrates with Google Classroom. So when you get it, you can grab it, you can put it in Google Classroom. You can assign, elements and assignments in the workbook directly to your students using Google Classroom. It makes it really easy to do that. They can fill things in and turn it in to you. And of course, the video curriculum we collaborated on with Carnegie Hall. Those resources are just like available. Some are integrated into the workbook, but the workbook works in tandem, with that curriculum as well.
And again, just to reiterate, the curriculum videos is 10 videos. They're free. We would love even if you check that out. And then the workbook again emerged as us kind of seeing what would be a helpful implementation tool in the classroom. That's how the workbook emerged. Sister, I don't want to mess up your name. Sister J, can you just tell me how to say your name right?
Jaquetta.
Jaquetta. I love it. I love it. Beautiful smile. So Sister Jaquetta asks, did you have a certain age group in mind when you created these materials?
That's a really, really great question. And yes, we did initially. Asante and I have experience working with elementary to college age students. Initially, we created these resources with like middle and high school age students in mind. But there are opportunities for some of these activities to actually be aged down some. Like they can definitely be used with younger students. They can be adapted. So we made them with older students in mind, but we do have experience with educators adapting them for younger students as well.
Excellent. We have a question from Philip, and he asks, does the workbook include elements of the history of hip hop discussed earlier today?
That's a great question, Philip. And no, it doesn't. The workbook is specific to the Make a Joyful Noise project. But that Black musical timeline, that is, if you go to Soul Science University, you can look at that, and that's available there. Take a look at it there.
Excellent. Another question. Do we use the Soundtrap login we used last year? I'd imagine.
I suspect this is a Stephanie question.
This is definitely a Stephanie question.